Hello, this is Dr. Melida Barrow here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. I am the founder and CEO of the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce, here visiting the commissioner and of course my dear friend that I just met recently. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, I am Nega Wedaju, Deputy Commissioner of the Oromia Tourism Commission.
Yes, wonderful. And tell us a little bit more of what you do here.
So we are Oromia Tourism Commission, featuring Oromia to be one of the top tourist destinations in East Africa. We do develop destinations, do marketing and promotion, also do sector-related research and analytics, and finally we do partnership, resource mobilization and tourism fund. Here in Oromia Tourism Commission, what we do is we promote African culture, Oromia's heritage. Historically, we are rich, as you can see, the chair we are sitting on is more than 100 years. It's historical, and it's a king's chair and queen's chair.
Yes.
It's made of one single wood, no nails, no nails, no nails.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, no nails, fully carved out of one wood. So we have this woodwork technology, and also this table, no nail, all is done by hand, no machine. So this skill has been for centuries in Oromia region, Ethiopia, East Africa.
Yes.
When we do promote practice like this, so to give to people, the kind of beautiful souvenir you see here is you produce for serving food like porridge. It's purely traditional African food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with butter.
Yeah, we do porridge too.
Yes.
Yeah, in
You had
Latin
it.
America.
Perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's
But we don't have it like this. We have it in a pot.
Yes. Yes. And also we have endemic species of birds and mammal species. We've got a lot of parks and safaris. Africa is a mother that nurtured the whole world with mineral resources, with rivers that nurtured civilization. Ababa, or the Blue Nile River, nurtured one of the world's ancient civilizations. 86% of Nile River is contributed from Ethiopia.
Okay.
And also the birthplace of coffee.
Yes.
Coffee Arabica.
Which I just found
The
out.
whole coffee is discovered here. It started from here and spread all over the world.
Wow.
We also gave coffee to the world.
Yes.
And
yes.
we are in the home of
You
the
do a lot of export.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never colonized. The only country that has never been colonized.
Colonized, yes. I read
A free
about that.
country, yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that history.
Yeah, in 1896. Before that, in 1888, 84, there was a Berlin Conference where the European powers came together to partition Africa. And they sat down on the table and agreed which part of Africa they are going to take over. And Ethiopia was part, and it was Italian's portion on the map, not in reality. They came here with modern weapons, in comparison they are better off. And with our traditional weapon, with shield and
The shield.
the shield,
Yeah.
and all traditional, and the sword. That's all we have in our horses. And the horses you saw last time in the event. So all Ethiopians, all nations, nationalities in Ethiopia went to the war and fought bravely and defeated Italians and sent back them in shame.
That's right.
And that became a power for all Africans.
Yes.
And after the Second World War, Ethiopia helped the realization of organization of African Union by the time,
Yes.
and now African Union. And in 1956, a lot of African countries got freedom, and they founded the African Union.
Yes.
So Africa is one country. It's not one
Right.
single country.
Exactly.
There are 54 countries in Africa.
Right.
Sovereign states, very rich and wealthy countries. I mean, they have a lot of natural resources. So Africans all over the world come home.
That is a good thing. We will, and that's why I'm here, for us to exchange information. We had a great meeting this afternoon about all the great things that we're going to do, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. one of the things I do want to say is that once upon a time, the continent, the countries were not called Nigeria, was not called Ghana. These are all the names that the colonializers have given to Africa. So whomever conquered the British with Nigeria, that became Nigeria.
Yeah.
So I've always thought about that as to why, even though countries are independent, why have they kept those names? So those are things that I think about all the time, because most of the countries have been independent for about 60 years, 65 years. So now that we're independent, why is it that we still hold the school system the same, politics the same? What is it that you think that's going to change?
Well, it is Africans' determination that really matters.
Yes,
still.
yes.
Because the upper hand is still there.
Mm-hmm.
But African hasn't got anything. Africa hasn't got anything from the Western.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we got is change of names,
Yes.
deprivation, exploitation, and the naming that doesn't deserve us.
Exactly.
Africa is rich, and we
Definitely.
have over 1.2 billion people living
Yes.
in Africa.
Uh-huh.
We have got enough markets, we have got enough resources. The only thing we don't have is we didn't come together, we don't know each other, we don't know more about Africa. All the information we heard from the media is wrong.
Exactly.
The real experience is found when you come and see Africa.
Exactly.
For all brothers and sisters living in Panama
Yes.
and all over Caribbean,
Yes.
Central America,
Mm-hmm.
Latin America and North America,
Mm-hmm.
Europe, and all over the world.
Right.
The reality of Africa is
Yes.
much, much more different than it is.
We're getting
narrated.
different. Yes, the narrative of all of this. We're getting information from the information that we're receiving in the Americas. That's from Brazil all the way north in the United States, because I know most of the time when I'm speaking to Africans, they would only say South America. That's something that has to change, because you were taught, not specifically you, but Africans were taught just about South America. Past South America, they haven't been educated about Costa Rica, Panama, Nicaragua, Venezuela, those countries. Belize. Your teachings were just South America. Do you know why?
Well, if you don't tell about yourself,
Yes,
then people will tell about you the wrong thing.
that's right.
So it is your duty, your responsibility to tell the true information, the authentic information
Right.
from yourself
Exactly.
and to the right audience.
Mhm.
So the wrong person with the wrong perception to the wrong audience
Yes.
will tell even more thing about you.
Yes.
Than
In other
without
words,
knowledge.
it's time for us to tell our story.
Yeah, without even giving you 1 minute to defend yourself.
Yes.
So they said and they finished.
Yes.
But when are we going to tell about ourselves to each other?
Yes.
So because you come here, you knew more about Africa.
Yes.
And when you go back, I'm sure you're going to tell about it.
Of course.
So you bring more friends here
Exactly.
and tell us what you saw here.
Mhm.
From what you heard and from what you saw, you can say something.
Exactly.
What did you see? What did you heard?
Mhm.
Are they the same?
No.
What you heard and what you saw?
Yeah, totally different.
Totally different.
It's the same way in Panama and
Yeah.
other countries. They're always showing the worst part of a country, but when they show the U.S., it's the most beautiful thing, and that makes people afraid to even visit Ethiopia, Nigeria, and other places. So we are going to change that narrative, because I think it's time enough for us to educate ourselves now. Because the education that we received growing up it's nothing like what I'm experiencing now. Even in Addis Ababa, I just discovered for the first time that coffee was originated here. We didn't know that.
Not
So,
only that.
yes.
Not only that. Democracy also originated from here.
Mhm.
Yet it was not encouraged to grow up very well.
Mhm.
Because the oldest African democracy grew up in Ethiopia, in Oromo. In Oromo
Are you
tribe.
guys listening to this?
We call it the
Are
Geddah
you
system.
listening to this?
See this.
Wow.
I'm wearing
Yes.
the Geddah clothes.
Okay.
Geddah is the political leader. So this is a mark of fertility,
Mhm.
and this is a mark of kingship.
Wow.
I'm sitting on the chair, and the Geddah has 5 institutions, one of which is called, one is CK. CK is a women's institution. They have small stick,
Yes.
which marks a symbolic culture of equality and solidarity and power. And 4 other institutions for the defense, for the land administration, for the justice system and the spiritual
Yes.
leaders. All together work for the benefit of the people.
Right.
But it's peaceful transition of power from one leader to another every 80 years.
Oh, is that right?
Without any fighting.
Yes.
The people know. For example, there is no clan system, class system, no system. Anybody is eligible to become a leader
Yes.
when the mantra falls on it. So we also were one of the world civilization, the Aksumite civilization. We built obelisk from one rock. We built church from a single rock.
Wow.
So we have all this. We are
Yes.
Africa.
Yes.
We are Africa.
Yes.
So we have coffee, we have civilization, we have oil, we have gold, but where are our people? Our people need to come here.
Yes, to see, to learn,
and also
and
invest.
vice versa,
And also
vice
invest.
versa. Yes.
And also invest and work and teach and educate our
Yes.
people.
Yes.
And lift
Yes.
up.
Very good, very good. I think that one of the things that we need to talk about is the fact that how we have become where, you're from Ethiopia, the other one is from Nigeria, and so forth. Everybody is saying where they're from, and that's how they identify themselves in Africa. When in fact, to me, it has caused a division between Africans, because when we begin to say, I'm from Nigeria and I'm from South Africa, it seems almost that we're not the same people. We are basing all of this based on the region, based on the country, but we're all the same people. I understand where during the colonialization, where to each country that's been conquered, they named it. So we still continue to say that where we're from. So when we begin to do that, what happens is that I will feel that, based on the different countries, why is it that we're still doing that? Shouldn't we just talk about that we're all Africans? Why we're still divided? Because I find that we're still divided. Because someone from Nigeria might say, well, I am not from Sudan, I am not from this place, but we are the same people. This was caused during that time. Why can we change it now? Because if we continue to do that, and we're not thinking that we're the same people, I believe that that's still gonna cause the issues that's happening now. I think we should just be all Africans and not divide ourselves. We was divided because the colonializers, they were the ones that divided us. And the more we're divided, the more we're not loving each other, the more we're not working with each other. And I think it's time for Africa now to become one. And that way, those of us, like myself, I was born in Panama City, Panama, Central America. When we come to this region, we are saying, okay, I'm going to deal with a Liberian, I'm going to deal with Nigerian, Ethiopian, etc. But in my head, since I've never, I just started coming to Africa like 6 years ago, I feel as though it's not Mother Africa. I feel as though I'm dealing with separate entities. And I think it's time for us now to begin to think about that unity, because in Panama it's the same thing. We will go even by our ID. I'm number 3, which means that's another district. I am number 4 or 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how can we become one instead of identifying ourselves based on a location, and not as all Africans?
Well, we've got common identities. The identities that bring us together.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the deprivation by itself can be cause to come together. Whenever you are divided, you become powerless.
Mm-hmm.
When you come united, you become powerful.
That's
why unity is not loved.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the division is highly needed by the colonizers.
Yes.
So whenever the colonizers came to colonize a single country, one country, but when they left that country, they divided the country. They made sure that country is 4 or 5 countries.
Yes.
That is the reality of
Yes.
Africa.
Yes.
Take, for example, Congo.
Mm-hmm.
Congo was colonized by Belgians.
Yes.
But how bigger was Congo?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 77 times bigger than Belgium?
That's it.
What does it mean?
A small country like that,
Yes.
huh?
Yes.
Yes.
But we have to change our mindset first.
Yes.
So the young people like me
Mm-hmm.
and educators and experienced people like you
Mm-hmm.
should come together and sit down and see where we can start from.
That's right.
One is just like this. You came from a different world than here, and we are talking about Africa's unity.
Yes.
It starts from this point.
Exactly.
And we can have different kinds of events,
Mm-hmm.
forums, conferences, networking, educational institutions coming together, exchange programs between institutions, and also visiting each other's country.
That's right.
And that, will be an opening point.
Yes.
It opens doors for Africans to share, to exchange ideas,
Yes.
to share their experiences, and start to think how knowing each other and coming together is beneficial for them.
Yes.
So it grows that way. So this generation has a lot to do. Very much talented, very fast-minded,
Yes,
and
they
also
are.
forward thinkers.
Yes.
So let governments allow
Right.
the young people to come together. I hope the African Union is working on that.
Yes.
And also you, our brothers and sisters,
Mm-hmm.
who are distant,
Yes.
but we have the same heart, and the same color,
Yes.
the same thought,
Yeah.
and the same passion.
Yes.
Let's come together.
We are.
Let's work together.
Yes.
Let's keep on this network
Mm-hmm.
and bring more other people to this network and start the talk
Yes.
and keep the discussion
And the action.
and the action.
And the action.
Yes.
That's important,
And the
because we
action
have
is
spent
very
a
important.
lot of centuries talking.
Yes.
This is the time for action. Let me let the audience know also that I had this dream 3 years ago of a woman, old woman, with white hair and very short. And she came in my dream and she asked me, "What are you doing? What is it that you're doing?" And I didn't understand her question, because I felt at that point that I was doing a lot of things. So she pinpointed out to me that I want to show you something. And what she showed me was devastating to me. She actually took me back into slavery. And what I saw was horrible. Seeing something and hearing something are two different things. I heard about slavery, but I actually never seen slavery, what happened in slavery. And she showed me that children were being raped, just so many atrocity that was happening. And I woke up after and I said, I have to do something. I really do, because I don't feel like our ancestors are resting until we do something. So I was at a conference at IDO Network International, and after my presentation, I said to the audience, what is it that we're going to do now after this conference? Because is it that we're going to have another conference next year and the same and we're not doing anything? I think it's time enough now for us to begin to go into action. So His Highness Paliganda called me 2 days later and said, what is it that you want us to do, since you don't want that repetitiousness? And I said, it is time now for the kings of Africa to go back to the slave trade that they had back then and atone, because kings were also selling their children. And that's how those children happened to be in Latin America, the Caribbean, and North America. And he said yes. So today, that was a year ago. So today now, His Highness Iganda said yes, and we are in action. Tomorrow, October 26th, I will be traveling to Ghana and meeting His Highness in order for us now to have that journey. It's not a festival, it's not a conference, it's a journey. Why I made it a journey, it will never end. When my children, the future generation comes, they are going to continue that journey. The journey is to atone to those that were sold by the kings. The journey is about us healing. This is why Africa is the way it is, and many other countries, is because we have done things and we've never asked God for forgiveness. It is time to atone. It is time to heal. It is time to bring unity between all of us. And that is exactly what they're going to do. So we're having an awesome ceremony in Ghana of atonement also. It's going to begin from Ghana, and we're going to have a ceremony of the kings now traveling now back to Central America. That's going to take place May 18th through the 25th of 2022. Why is that important? Because once you atone, then you begin to heal. Once you heal and you know who you are, all the things that are happening, it's the mindset. We have to change our mindset and the narrative. If we don't do it, it'll never happen. We cannot allow other people to tell us who we are, what we are to be doing. We need to take control over our lives. And we need, us adults, like myself, we need to teach our young people the truth, because they don't know the truth. This is why we have so much violence in the world. They don't know who they are. They don't know where they came from. So while in Panama, this is where it's going to take place. We are going to heal with each other. We're going to start business with each other. This is why you see I'm traveling around the world, having the conversation that we had today, this afternoon. You know why? I know who I am. I had to discover who I am on my own. No one sat me down and said, this is who you are. We have to get on. The young people, I have a message for them. You see, Google used it. You can find out your history there. Everything is not true, but most of it is. So we have to also, we talked about that today, where we have to pull information and we have to have these, I don't like to call it conference, because conferences, you come, you talk, and then you leave without nothing. Because no one is sitting down with you and telling you exactly how to go about things. So you and I, Nega, we spoke today that we're going to start tourism here in Addis Ababa, in Ethiopia. We have to exchange information. We have to begin now to learn about Ethiopia. You have to begin now to learn about Central America, Latin America, the Caribbean, North America.
Yeah, I miss my brothers. Through you.
Yes.
I'm going to miss my brothers and sisters in Latin America.
Yes.
And it is their home here.
Yes.
So this is where their lives started, their ancestral homeland.
Yes.
So wherever they go, it is their home.
Yes.
But think African. There is a better way of African.
Yes.
Not the way you are told to accept. As you say, you should not allow others to tell about yourself. You have a beautiful history, civilization.
Yes.
I mean, you have Aksum civilization, you have Egyptian civilization, you have the Mero civilization, you have Timbuktu, you have a lot of things.
But you said Timbuktu, what does that mean?
Timbuktu is in Mali.
Okay.
Timbuktu is in Mali. That's a beautiful civilization. I mean, the Buddha didn't tell about Africa any good. But as you said before, Dr. Barrow, so the media brings conflict, war, drought-stricken, poverty-stricken places in Africa. And instead of showing Africa's progressive development, young people like me, young leaders like me, they wouldn't allow me to share my experiences because they undermine me. But there are a lot more Africans who are creative enough, who are forward thinkers, who have a big vision and passion, who did miracles on their own home, and also doing miracles in America as well, who are doing a lot of things. They're not promoted well in their media. But what is told about Africa is something different. So when people hear about Africa, what comes to their mind? That country, that continent of poverty, that receives aid from the Westerners, that land known for war and conflict, none, these things they do. But Africa is different. Come on, Africa is different. What Africa has is, Africa's has got, I mean, amazing soccer players, you know, who are jewels of the European Premier Leagues. Africa has got young talents, Africa has got scientists, Africa has got, I mean, rich mineral resources, Africa has got heritage registered in UNESCO, even yet to be registered as well. So all these things belong to my brothers and sisters in Latin America, the Central America, Panama, Brazil, North America, Canada, all over the world. So they should know about this.
And we're going to do it. Because we spoke about today how we're going to do exchange. When I went to Jima the other day, I learned so much. The history is so rich, you know, and it made me think about a lot of things. It made me think about our young people in the Americas and the Caribbean, how they don't have this information. And I think it's time now for us to have that exchange. They don't have to be here, but we can have that Zoom call and show them all the artifacts, all of the information that they need to know, because they need to feel like they belong. They belong. And all this about how we are named, we are called Afro-Panamanian or Afro-Belizean, and you know, all these different names that we've been given, even from the United States. You're a Negro, you're Black, you're African American. When a man can name you and you accept it, that means you don't know who you are.
Definitely.
So when they
I know my name.
Exactly.
I know my name.
Exactly. When they would say, well, Melida, you are Afro-Panamanian, I said, no, I'm just African, an African woman, period. You can't name me. I have to name me based on my knowledge. And I discovered that when they try to name me, I go, that's wrong. That's simply wrong. And then they keep naming you. So until what point are we going to accept them naming us? The more they change your name, the more they realize that you don't know yourself. If you keep accepting that. And another thing I want to mention at this point is that an Italian, when you ask him, no matter what country he's in, he could be in a country for 50 years, who are you? I'm Italian. If you ask the Chinese the same thing, I'm Chinese. What do we say? I am descendant. I am a descendant from Africa. No, you're not a descendant from Africa. You're just African.
You're just African.
You will never hear any European or anyone from Asia or from the world say they are a descendant of Italia. They are descendant of China. They just say Chinese, you know why? Because they know who they are.
Exactly.
Period.
Nobody should tell them who they are.
That's right.
Because they do not know.
That's right.
Yes.
So I want to conclude our conversation. This is so awesome. I wish I could do this every day with Nega.
Yeah. So sweet.
I want you to explain the attire that I'm wearing. I put this over my clothes, but explain it to the audience.
So
Yeah.
remember I helped you with
He
this?
dressed me.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah. So it is not sewn,
It's not sewn. It's just a cloth.
just
Yes.
a cloth.
Yes.
As I wrap it around you and I tied it.
Yes.
So this is how African wisdom comes.
Yes.
So it's one of the African wisdom. We don't need to go to the
Seamstress.
Yeah,
To
seamstress.
get it sewn.
To get it sewn.
Yes.
You can make it easily. You can make
Just
it
tie. What they did, they tied here
And
first.
how much time it took?
One time.
Just how much
Only-
time? Just how many minutes?
Oh, not even a minute.
Yes.
It was done in less than a minute.
Yes.
Amazing. See,
So
this is
this
the
is
way
the
a woman
wisdom.
should dress. Dress in 1 minute and then you take off.
Africa-
What we go through now.
Just a piece highlight about Africa.
Yes. Yes.
So this is for our pastoral community
Yeah.
in Borana. The women dress like this.
Mhm.
It does not pocket, you know.
No
But they can
pocket.
keep thousands of dollars in their
We're here?
yes.
Oh, wow.
Inside in their shoulder.
Oh, in the shoulder
Or
here.
in around their waist.
Okay.
So they keep it, I mean, until they undress.
Yes.
So they would never lose it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because it's hot,
Yes.
so this is light.
Yes.
So
Very light.
Yeah, in that hot weather, they would use this
This
kind
type of
yeah.
texture
Yeah. So
material.
you like it.
I love it. This is so nice. You know, because again, it's only one tie here. You wrap it around and voila. And then he just put this on me. And I was like, you must have dressed mommy all the time. Do you?
Yeah.
Because he did it so fast.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm feeling very comfortable in it.
Yeah,
you know?
thank you so much.
So thank you. Thank you for doing this. And I want everyone to know that Nega approached me. We talked at the festival that they had celebrate Africa Celebrate with Lexi Mojo Eyes. He did such a great job. Fashion show was awesome. Everything was great. And next year, around this time, call us because we're also going to be working on bringing in tourists, business people, because there's a lot of businesses here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and I saw a couple of things going up in Jima. They're doing some good things over there as well. Talk about that a little bit, just yeah.
Jimma is one of the oldest cities in Ethiopia,
Yes.
about 180 years old. So where these chairs come from?
Yes.
So there's a king called Abu Jifar.
Mhm.
He used to live that independent state before Ethiopia was unified. That state had a diplomatic relationship with Zanzibar.
Yes.
There was no colonization by the time.
Yeah.
And also Egypt as well as the Middle East Arab. So he was a Muslim. He was also an educator, so he used Arabic as an international language. They built an embassy in Mecca. So the pilgrims, when they go for a spiritual visit at Mecca,
Yes.
they will take money to support the Arabs.
Oh.
By the time they were not rich, they didn't have the oil.
Wow.
So they had coffee, they would take the coffee
Yes.
and also other gifts to support poor people in
In
Arab.
that area.
Now things changed, we're not supporting them.
I know
So see Africa,
how things change.
now things change. So Africa back to the then time, we were very rich, but in between something happened. It was not us who learned the civilization from the West. It was we who taught civilization to them and deprived. But now we don't allow them. We don't forget our heritage and history. So we are historically rich, so we bring back.
Right.
So in Jimma, coffee was discovered there. So this, see this paintings
Yes.
tell the whole story
Story.
of discovery of coffee. So first when the goat tried it at your back, right?
Yes.
And then when she was stimulated, and then the process, all the process shows how coffee was, evolved and became, possible for consumption. So Jima also contributed more to the world, even perfume and this kind of beauties over on the tip of the clothes.
Right, the clothes.
Yeah. So much more
Yes.
there. So
It's
investment
wonderful.
opportunities are there. Coffee is there, so
Yes.
people could go.
So if people
sometime.
want to export coffee and so forth, that's done. If someone from, let's say Panama or other places, they can go to Jima
Definitely.
and begin to export the products
And
and so forth.
experience the coffee from where it originated.
Yes, exactly.
So
I'm gonna warn you guys, the coffee is very strong.
yeah.
I am telling you, I don't think I've ever tasted coffee that strong,
Yeah.
but tasty.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, the original
It's-
test.
yes, it's very tasty. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed a sip of it because it was so
But it was
strong.
so hard for you. I saw you that
Yes, we were together,
Yeah, we were together.
to this. So I just want to conclude by saying that it is truly a pleasure being in Addis Ababa, and I enjoyed myself here. This is the second time coming, and there will be a third time because we have to.
Many times.
Yeah, many times. And I want to invite the world. I want to invite the world to the journey of atonement of Mother Africa and her diaspora. Something that God put in my heart to do in collaboration with Aido Network International. And that will take place May 18th through the 25th of 2022. I would like to also introduce you to the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce. You can go on our website, 6th, the 6th Region Global Chamber of Commerce.org. And I would like for you also to let them know where you're at, information, website, and so forth. Go ahead.
So we are found on all over social media: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube with Visit Oromia. Visit OROMIA.
Yes.
Visit Oromia.
Yes.
And also we are on website www.visitoromia.org. Oromia is spelled as OROMIA. Visitoromia.org.
Oh, okay, very good.
Thank you so much.
And thank you.
It's my pleasure to have you in my office today.
Yes.
And welcome to Ethiopia. This is your home,
Yes.
your African capital, where it is the third largest diplomatic city in the world, by the way. Addis.
Yes.
So welcome home.
Yes.
Bring more other people another time.
I will.
This is your home.
Thank you. Thank
Actually,
you very much.
You look my mama.
You know what? We have to talk about this because everyone say I'm Ethiopian. All Ethiopians come up to me and just start
Did they
speaking
talk
the
to you in
language.
Amharic?
Yes. And I go, oh no, I don't speak the language. And then they look at me strange like, you're Ethiopian and you don't speak. But I had to explain to them, no, I'm from Panama. But everyone here just come up to me and start speaking. Yes.
Absolutely.
So I'm Ethiopian.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and thank you all. I will see you soon. And again, this is Dr. Melida Harris Barrow, born in Panama City, but will always be in Africa, learning and sharing with my brothers and sisters. Have a blessed day. Thank you.